So Sonja, brilliant to have you on. So maybe tell us, before you go into the duplication problem, how did you, and when did you get into Bitcoin?
Can I get a microphone?
Yeah, sure.
Hi, I'm Sonja. Okay, now I'm really nervous. I was so calm all day, but this changed. So please be patient with me. So when I first heard about Bitcoin, it was not love at first sight. Absolutely not. My first thoughts were, what is this, a digital coin? It's about finance, computers, math, and what is it? It costs about $350. No, thank you. Luckily, I changed my mind afterwards. But the beginning was very bumpy. I did a lot of mistakes. I lost a lot of money. And that's why today I show people how not to do my mistakes, how they can enter in a safe and secure way into this fascinating world of Bitcoin. Can I keep this? I change, I go there now. Okay. So today I want to talk about the importance of duplication in a duplication-free world. And the last days I added a subtitle, which is why Satoshi was wrong. This might be a bit cheeky, but you will know what I mean with this in a few minutes. So first, I want to talk about the second part of this, the duplication-free part. So as you can see, this is a picture of me. And this beautiful white fluffy guy, his name is Satoshi. So if I send this picture of Satoshi and me to you by email, then you get a copy of my original picture, right? I still have the picture with me. So, and then if you send it to 100 of your closest friends, we finally have 102 pictures, one original, and the rest are copies, but they are all the same. And this is because digital data is copied when it is sent, and this is okay, unless it comes to an electronic peer-to-peer cache system. So as you all know, Satoshi, so not this one, the other one, solved this problem through the proof-of-work consensus mechanism, which is crucial for keeping the blockchain secure and unchangeable, which effectively prevents double spending. So it's about no duplication, no double spending. I won't dive deeper into this because you all know it. But before we start, because I want to talk about the importance of duplication. It is important, and we have to talk about it. But because before I do it, I would like to know you a little bit better. So, who of you really believes that Bitcoin can be a tool to help us to make this world a better place? Okay, I expected this here. Okay, so, and who of you has already tried to orange pill other people and nearly got mad because they did not get it? Okay, so this is also what I expected. Then you might feel this quote. If you don't believe it or don't get it, I don't have the time to try to convince you, sorry. Satoshi. On 5th December 2010 in the Bitcoin Talk Forum. So 2010, this is quite a few days ago, okay? The world has changed a lot since then. I'm living in Germany. I know what I'm talking about. So for me, it feels like our world is changing faster and faster and faster, but not to a good side. There's talk, more and more talk, about more and more control mechanisms, and the CBDCs are practically on our doorstep. And this is a direct path to a surveillance state, which makes all of us, transparent citizens, and which gives power to entities who should never, ever, ever possess power or control over us. Okay? So I really believe that Bitcoin could make it hard for those CBDC plans, but for that, Bitcoin has to be bigger. So I have to look at my notes. Oh yeah, bigger for the people, like you and me. Not BlackRock or Wall Street. This is okay for the price. If you already have your Bitcoin stack, yeah. But you have to think for the people who are not yet in this world. That's really important. And I think that every one of you in this room knows more about Bitcoin than probably 99% of the people out of this conference. So every one of you is able to orange pill other people. It's just about lighting up this little orange flame in other people, okay? So I want to show you a study of Erica Chenoweth. She's a political scientist, and she did this study. Did you know that successful non-violent movements that were able to mobilize at least 3.5% of the population often led to changes of government or other significant political changes in history? And what I often read with Bitcoin is that it is a friendly revolution. So what would fit better in here? And this is why I think Satoshi's quote from 2010 is no longer valid. We should not rely any longer on Satoshi's quote. That's why I said he was wrong. In the world he lived in, he was right. But the world has changed. So we have to get active if we really want to try to make it hard for CBDCs, and we all have to move. Okay, so at the latest, since today, when you hear this, we are all on a mission. We now try to make Bitcoin bigger. And as I know that it can be hard, we have talked about it before, and I don't want you to get crazy, I would like to give you a gift today, a really powerful tool that can help you through the orange pilling process. This tool, this tool has a name. Its name is Sandy. And before I introduce Sandy to you, I have to warn you. Because some of you might initially think, oh, what's that? That's really childish now. I think I better leave this room. But I assure you, there is a deeper psychological meaning behind it, and I will explain it to you. Okay? So I invite you to stay and to stay tuned. And welcome, Sandy, the friendly, non-toxic duplication sandwich. And as you can read here, Sandy helps you to get through the orange pilling process smoothly. Actually, Sandy is just a visual reminder to you that it just takes 3 steps, because Sandy consists of 3 steps: the bottom bun, the filling, and the top bun. And I will show you the steps. Then we will go over to the psychological facts, and we do some examples, okay? So you always start with the bottom bun. And you start with a praise or a positive comment. You create a sense of being understood. And if you can add a question, that's perfect. If you get a yes, okay? The next step is you give context, your own personal experiences, data, facts, whatever, but well dosed. I know that Bitcoiners often talk a lot of Bitcoin. You should not start a 1 or 2 hour monologue, okay? Just try to light up this orange flame, okay? Honest sources, of course. And then you close the sandwich, again, finally, with positive feedback, or you express support and encouragement. Positive, positive, positive. So why? The psychological facts. In psychology, we know that people are often more motivated when their motives are positively recognized. So the sandy way ensures that the person feels valued and is more open to our world of Bitcoin. If you react positively, you create a state of, oh yes, tell me more, okay? But if you say, oh, you don't get it, you're so dumb, have fun staying poor, you create a state of, oh, no, thank you. And maybe you will never, 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 ever get this person out of this state again. But think of our mission, okay? So, and moreover, we all, every one of you, we all have basic needs. This is shelter, this is food or sleep, and one big basic need we all share is the feeling of belonging. Belonging to a group of people. This is why, for me it is maybe also for you, this is why when you come to a Bitcoin conference, it feels like, finally normal people. Or, oh, it's like coming home. Yeah? This is this basic need of belonging, because we all have one big passion. It's orange. Okay? So this fits your basic need and you feel comfortable. Okay? And this is why, this is what we try to reach with this sandy way. People are open to you if you try this. So let's do some examples. If someone comes up to you with, oh, I don't understand Bitcoin, it's so complicated, remember you start with a bottom bun. Positive. You could say, I understand you well. And the funny thing is, those were exactly my thoughts when I first heard about it. I told you before, it's true. But you know what? Bitcoin doesn't have to be complicated at all, and I would like to tell you why. Is that okay for you? So I added a question, and I will get a yes. Then the next step, the filling. You add your own experience, you share data and facts. So you could say, you don't need to understand Bitcoin deeply to be part of it. You probably can't explain exactly how your car works to get you from A to B, right? But yet you use it every day. You can think of Bitcoin as gold that has been turned into a digital form and which can function as money from one person to another without banks. Do you worry as much about gold? And then you close the sandwich, again, positive. I completely understand that you are skeptical, but trust me, it's not necessary. If you want to know more about it, I can show you a few more simple and really interesting facts. It might surprise you. So, of course, you do it in your own words. It's always the 3 steps, okay? One more example. Bitcoin is only useful for criminals. This is what my mom thinks till today. So, you start with the bottom bun. Oh, that's interesting. Looks like you've had a sneak peek into the world of Bitcoin. That's great. And I'm familiar with those information. And so I know that there is a lot of misinformation out there. But the truth is very different. Can I tell you a little bit about it? It's true that initially Bitcoin was associated with some illegal activities because it used to offer a higher degree of anonymity. But Bitcoin isn't an anonymous network, and illegal transactions make up a very small percentage of all Bitcoin transactions. I can show you statistics that you can look at. And as you know, I use Bitcoin. Do you think I'm a criminal? So the same way you make a change belief. So then again, the top one, you close the sandwich. Hey, it's great that you're questioning things critically. If you'd like to find out more, I'm happy to help. It could be a really exciting discovery for you, as it is for me. Okay? So, of course, I know that people don't run through the streets and shout, oh, Bitcoin is only useful for criminals or something. So, and they don't come up to you with those sentences. So what can you do? You listen to your friends' everyday worries to direct them towards Sandy. So, and of course, modification is allowed. Be creative. Just always think of the 3 steps. So maybe this you heard this sentence during the last months. Phew, we paid nearly 5,000 euros for our apartment in Croatia for 19 days during the summer vacation. So you could lead this to Sandy by saying, oh, wow, that's really crazy. And you're so right. I've also noticed that traveling is getting more and more expensive. Unfortunately, the problem is that saving no longer makes sense because next year everything will probably be even more expensive. But you know what? You could do what I have been doing for a few years now and save small amounts in Bitcoin. I even paid my last journey with it. It's really worth it. Shall I tell you more about? Okay, so a smooth way to orange pill. So now we come back to Erica Chenoweth study. And these are some numbers. Those numbers are not scientifically verified. Those are my numbers, okay? Don't search for it. So if we think of this 3.5% of a population, the whole world population is about 8 billion people. So I took this proportion of the 15 to 70 years olds. This is about 65% and 5.2 billion people. Then 3.5% out of them are 182 million people. By the way, 3.5% out of 8 billion, if we take all, is about 280 million people. So we only have to orange pill 182 million people. Can we do this? And now we come to the duplication part. Then I did this Excel sheet. So imagine if we were 50 people, and we all know the Sandy way now. So we practice it at home. We use our own words. We prepare if someone comes up with this, so that we are really good in this. And every one of us, if we were 50, orange pills 3 people. This duplication factor. Only 3. And you show them the Sandy way. And those 3, so that's 150 more. And those also know the Sandy way now, and also orange pill, 3 people each. Then we have 450 more Bitcoiners. So it takes us around 13.5 duplication levels to reach our numbers of either 182 million people or 280 million people. So it's easy. We just all have to orange pill 3 people and tell the new orange pilled people to orange pill 3 people. And this might be a way, okay, I know it's big numbers. All I want to say is we have to make Bitcoin bigger. We shouldn't just live in our wonderful orange bubble, and the world outside is going more and more crazy. Okay, we should really have to get active. And this might be a way, the Sandy way. So if we want to make this world a better place, as I just said, we have to get active. Okay, I'm done. I really talked very fast now, or I forgot anything, I don't know. But if any one of you needs a copy of Sandy, you can scan this QR code. It should lead you directly to your email account if your mobile phone allows it. And there is a prepared text where you just have to enter your name and send it to me. And during the next days, I will answer you. I will send you a copy of Sandy. And if this doesn't work, you can write me here. You find me here. I'm not very good in social media, honestly, but you find me there. Yes, and that's it. 20 minutes. Sorry. Thank you.